There's something that hypothetically I would consider great news when it comes to Zebec very recently. And what is that? Zebec cards not too long ago, they posted on X how Quai Network is the 18th chain integrated into Zebec Silver and Carbon cards. And Quai, by the way, is spelled Quai. So this is pretty interesting to me. I find it pretty cool. Keep in mind, right? The 18th chain. This is on top of already seeing something like Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, even the Base Network, which is Coinbase's layer 2 and some others as well. And again, this being the 18th chain, I just like this overall. I like the progression that Zebec seems to be heading fundamentally. When it comes to Zebec cards, initially, a lot of my friends thought that they weren't really going to care about it. That it was just going to be, oh, another card, right? And also, a bunch of other projects out there have cards. So it's nothing really that special in the grand scheme of things, some people would consider, but I like how seriously Zebec is treating it. I like how they're actually, again, focused on it. We've also seen, the Zebec cards and what they did with Bonk. Bonk is a pretty popular Solana-based meme coin. So I just like the whole vibe overall. And again, Zebec, they're still focused on a bunch of areas like AI-based PayFi, payrolls, real-world assets. We take a look at also something like payments, global trade and finance. They're also still working towards ISO 20022 compliance. So I still like the whole vibe overall when it comes to something like Zebec. And when it comes to ZBCN, oftentimes people like to tell me, oh, when it comes to the idea of 10 cents, why do you still keep thinking about that? Well, when I see how, for instance, something like the Zebec cards is supposedly powered by MasterCard, that's something that I find pretty interesting. And also, I take a look at when it comes to, Zebec, right? I've seen how they acquired Science Card UK and how they're focused on education through that, or should I say more specifically, kind of like the education market. So, at 10 cents, at a market cap of around 9 billion, it's not something that would necessarily surprise me, which, in the grand scheme of things, if I kind of consider kind of what is Zebec trying to achieve, I wouldn't find that too, ridiculous, especially when I consider how ZBCN not too long ago was even top 10 in terms of utility when it comes to Solana. So I like the Solana aspect of it as well. However, also Zebec, they quite a while back ago acquired something called GateKnox, which is focused on AI-powered KYC for Web3. Now again, KYC stands for Know Your Customer. So I find this pretty interesting, and even if we take a look at, according to Mordor Intelligence, the KYC market is predicted to reach nearly 14.5 billion by 2030. So again, that is pretty impressive to me. And also on top of that, seeing how something like Circle, which is a creator of USDC, being one of the early backers when it comes to Zebec, and also supposedly holding quite a significant amount of ZBCN, not to mention Solana Ventures is even a backer when it comes to Zebec. So overall, I like the vibe. However, in this video, I just wanted to highlight real quick about, how, again, the Quai network being the 18th chain to be integrated with, or should I say into, the Zebec Silver and Carbon card. I just find this pretty impressive to me, and if I take a look at something, like for instance Zebec, I'm still a fan. Ultimately speaking, right, whenever ZBCN has that next leg up, or let's say just this altcoin space, like maybe hypothetically next month, even all the way up until near the end of March of next year in 2026, like who knows if it ever even does, it's going to be beyond my control. However, in the meantime, what am I going to be doing? I'm not speaking on anyone's behalf, by the way, but just personally, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging, holding, and just waiting, and that's pretty much about it. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's Billy the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.